Years ago, a group of builders and explorers came together to try and tame the wild and endless lands. 4 ages passed, and 4 attempts were made before we found ourselves in this place. For months, the members of TWS have given their time, their effort, and their imaginations to turn a beautiful but wild and hostile land into something more. Erecting homes, palaces, stores, games, and mechanical wonders, we banded together in our efforts, because together we stand. I came into this land myself, not knowing what I'd find. But after traveling far, I found a place of peace. A place where I could build a home and, at last, find rest. Wanting more from my time here, I worked and struggled to acquire goods to sell and trade with my neighbors. I worked with bees to acquire honey and honeycomb. I made farms of snow and ice to put to personal use and to sell. I found a partner that would help me as I shepherded and sheared flocks of sheep for their wool. I put the deepest reaches of my mind to work as I devised redstone machines and machine parts to help others build better and stronger farms. Lastly, I helped many Alays find gainful employment around the world as they use their very special skills for the betterment of others. But this was not my greatest calling, for during all this, I was called to the mountaintop. I was called by the gods to build a place for them, and I did. Here stands Mount Olympus, the city of the gods, home to all 12 Olympians. Wait, 12? Hold on. Zeus, Hermes, Apollo, Athena, Poseidon, Hera, Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Ares, Artemis, Dionysus. Ah, crap. I forgot Demeter. Hello and welcome. My name is Merely Adequate, and I'm coming to you from TWS Season 5. When I say that I forgot Demeter, that's not entirely true. The truth is, I kind of wanted to forget Demeter. And there's a particular reason for that. If you know anything about this god, she is the god of the harvest and is the god responsible for the changing of the seasons. So as opposed to a lot of these other temples that are monuments of courts and solid, builds and structures and architecture, this one needed to be a little bit more about, greenery and bushes and plants and things. And that is not a forte of mine. Over the years, I've been working on my Minecraft building, and I think I'm getting better. My architecture is getting better. My color palette is getting better. The block choices, things like that, I've really been working on. But when it comes to doing lush landscapes, that's just not really in my wheelhouse. So I have literally been working on Demeter's temple for weeks, throwing away ideas and starting over and over and over again, just trying to find the right way to go about it. And I think I finally have found something. So let's do a time lapse and I'll get the basics of it put in. We'll get probably about 3/4 of the way through it, and then I want to stop, and then I want to talk about one special addition that I want to add to it that I think deserves a little bit of extra conversation and detailing, okay? Okay, it is time-lapse time, and you get to learn all about Demeter, the god of the harvest. Demeter was one of the 6 original Olympians born to the Titans. And she was loved by humankind because she took care of them and she provided the harvest and their food and took care of the fields. And there's lots of stories about her, but the most important one has to do with her child, Persephone. Now, Demeter loved Persephone and doted on her nonstop. She loved her so much, and so much of her heart went to that child, that when Persephone went missing, she plunged the entire earth into winter. Eventually, she found out that Persephone had gone to Hades and was married to the god Hades. Now, I don't know if it was willingly, but that's where she was. But by this time, they were so connected that she couldn't just take Persephone out of Hades' realm. That would cause even more problems. So, Zeus made an agreement that half of the year Persephone would be in Hades, and half of the year Persephone would be with her mother Demeter. And of course, whenever she was with her mother, the warm feelings warmed the earth and caused plants to grow and everything to be beautiful. And then when she went away, her heart was broken and the earth was plunged into winter. And that is the way that the Greeks explained the turning of the seasons, making her arguably one of the most important and meaningful gods out of the entire Olympian group. I couldn't stop working on this. I definitely did more than 75%, but oh, it's looking so good. Even better than I had hoped for. Oh no! I guess that's what I get for standing on the edge of a roof and not crouching. Oh man. Okay, alright, okay, I wanted to show you this at night, so let me see if I can collect this stuff real quick. Do I have everything? I think I do. Okay, I don't want to be wearing this. Okay, take 2. I just love how it turned out. I'm super excited about this. I want to show you every detail, but it'll take too long. So let me cover some of my favorite parts. Up there, I have the green terracotta up there behind the lichen, and it just, oh man, that kind of gradient where I've got lichen on the quartz and lichen on the terracotta looks so good with the green roof, the moss roof up above it. Oh, come on, let's fly again. I want to take a look at it. Come on, fly. Fly. Okay. Oh yeah, let me turn on there's my hands. Okay. I love this roof. It turned out so good. You know, normally when I make domes and things, I use like one of the online sphere generators, but not this time. I did this one and I'm so proud of it. It looks so good. And I've got, you know, all kinds of vegetation growing up there. I think it looks amazing and I'm super proud of it. When I first made this, it was a lot shorter and it didn't look near as good. I just stretched it out and made it taller. And then of course there's the vegetation hanging down from above. Oh, okay. All right, moving on. We have, like I said, that she's the different seasons, the 4 different seasons. So this is fall right here, of course, with the pumpkins. And once again, I love the podzol. I already told you I did. It looks like fallen leaves have collected down here. And, you know, harvest time is fall. Fall is harvest time. So I have all the different main vegetables down here growing. That looks great. Over here is... Oh, actually, I went wrong way. Clockwise. After fall, we've got winter. And I couldn't think of any plants or anything to put out for winter because, you know, winter's supposed to be like desolation. It's supposed to be the end of growing season. So I put up a little dark lake here. I got this idea from Tango Tech. I don't know if you watch him or not, but he put some the blue ice down below the regular ice, and it just gives it a lot of depth. I think that looked really good. So I used that here. And this tree, I stripped all the leaves off of a mangrove and then made, of course, the end blocks, filled in. And it is a really good stripped, like wintry, beaten tree. I think it looks so good. I love mangroves on their own, but this way is just a really fun way to use the mangrove without any of the leaves on it. And I think it looks really good. Okay. And then we move around after winter, we have spring. I'll explain why there's these weird divots here in a minute. We have spring, and I use the moss because that's the most green block I could think of, even more than the grass. So we got the moss down there. Of course, the watermelons. You can't have summer without watermelons. I got them here. And I put up this tree here, the Azalea Tree. But I did a lot of adding to it because I think they have a bit of a weird shape when they grow. They are like 90 degrees, right? They go up and then straight over. And so I put in some extra blocks there to fill it in, make it look a little nicer. Of course, with the waves of grain down there beneath it, and a little bit of a bee farm here. I thought that would be pretty nice here. Not a farm, but what is that? Nest? They call it nest. Yeah, not hives. Nests. Yes. And then last we've got summer, which I thought the best thing to do would just be the exact opposite of all things growing. If summer just beat down and there was no rain, you'd end up with the desert. Hey! Where did you come from? Where are your llamas? He wasn't there a second ago, right? And I thought they always spawned with llamas. Okay, welcome. I hope Demeter accepts you here, but we're moving on. I thought, I love the trellis look there for all of the sugarcane. Hey, out of the way. So I put beneath these half slabs water so I could do the sugarcane all the way around with the fences. Makes it look really like a trellis. You are determined to be, are you photobombing me? Jeez. Oh, I put these here. I think they look like tumbleweeds. Hey, do you agree? Tumbleweeds. You might as well just join. What do you think? Oh, you want to show them that again? I'm sorry, I've already shown that to them. No. We're moving on. Tumbleweeds. I think they look great. And I did replace the leaves up here. I like the acacia, but the birch leaves are more dead looking when they're on a tree like this. They look okay on the white birch trees, but on any other tree, they're kind of the most dead looking leaves, I think. So I replaced all the leaves in this tree with birch leaves. I think it makes it look really deserty and even more dead than it did before. Right? And then lastly, we got these campfires. By putting the fence here and the trap door there, it actually stops the smoke from going up, which I didn't actually want in this particular scenario. So, yeah, there we go. And some cactus, and that is it. You have anything else you want to show them? No? Is that it? You done? Okay. All right, we're moving on. Okay, we want to move on now. Okay. So, why are there these weird gulfs in here, and why do I have netherrack down here? Well, I was thinking I have kind of this fountain thing going on without any water. So my plan here is that I'm going to have water come out of the fountain. It's going to flow out in all four directions. It's going to come down the path. And when it gets down here, it'll collect here and get wide. I need it to do that first to make sure it collects here and makes a pool. But then when I remove the netherrack, it'll go and flow off all the way down there to the ground, creating this massive four flowing waterfall thing, kind of like the lava is over there for Hephaestus. And I thought that would be kind of a perfect counterpoint. We've got the lava on that side over there for Hephaestus, and we'll have the water over here on this side for Demeter, and that will balance out our base as we draw it to a end, a close or whatever, as we finish it up. So I'm going to have to play with the water a little bit. Water mechanics are a little bit weird. So I got to do a couple things to make sure the fountain is flowing correctly, and then a couple things to make sure that it's flowing all the way down to the ground correctly, and then I'll bring you back and we'll take a look at the finished product. I'm so excited. I just love how it turned out. I was so nervous. I can't tell you how nervous I was about this particular build. It's the reason why I left it to the very end. I didn't know how it would turn out, but I just adore it. Okay, all right, it's water time. Okay, the working fountain. I really tried to make something that was earthy, wooden, or something that fit Demeter better. But this was really the best thing I could come up with, and I really do like it. It just feels like it's just more generic. I can't stand up here. More generic godlike than specific for Demeter. But that's okay, because it's what it's doing, what it's supplying is what's important. Here we are, going under here, down here, off to the edge, and let's take a look at it from a distance. I'm gonna get way out here, and then... Look! It's so good! Oh my gosh, no matter where you stand or where you are. Oh, I love it. You gotta get so far away. These temples really are big. I don't know if you're really grasping how large they are. Oh man, that just looks so amazing. Oh, I kind of want to like redo this lava one now. It looks kind of puny comparatively. Oh man. It looks so good. It's now, I may have overdone it. I was so nervous about how this would turn out. I may have made it the best temple here. I don't know if Demeter's is supposed to be the most ostentatious, amazing temple, with she being so meek and kind, and but oh, I love it. And it definitely sets off this whole base and really gives a good finishing touch to it. Oh man. Now, let's turn the RTX back on and we'll actually see all 12 temples in all their glory. I have never been more proud of any build in Minecraft than I am of this Mount Olympus. It is absolutely the best thing I've ever made, and I'm so proud that I was able to pull it all together. I just absolutely love it. But I am done. I did what I set out to do, and so it's probably time for me to get out of my Hermes costume and fill you in on what's next. Fell off of roof. Gear, can't type. Retrieved. As you probably guessed from the title of this episode, I am going to make this the last episode of my time here on TWS. I was planning on continuing on the server until 1.20 came out, but that just hasn't worked out the way I had hoped. My storyline ended a little bit sooner than I thought that 120 would come out. And also, well, when my Java series had to end a little while back because the server closed, my imagination exploded. I had so many ideas. I had such an explosion of ideas for a new series, and I just can't wait to get started on it. I have some stories to tell. I've got some builds to do, and I am just so excited to get to it. So I wanted to go ahead and start. And I thought this is a really good time for it because, as you know, the Minecraft Live event will be coming out here in the next couple of weeks. And during this time, if you've been on Minecraft for, any amount of years and you've been through these Minecraft Live events, you probably know that the entire world, at least the Minecraft world's attention, gets focused on that. And videos come out hypothesizing about what's going to be. And then when it comes out, talking about it and explaining it and people coming up with ideas. And that's just what everybody really focuses on for the next few weeks. So I thought this was a good time for me to not really take a break. I'm still going to make some videos, but I'm going to make some short little videos, some fun things I've been wanting to do for a while. And then whenever the hubbub kind of dies down, start up my new series that I am super excited for. It's going to be an amazing story. I'm really looking forward to it. But I cannot leave here until I've done something super important. You see, TWS is not ending. It's not done. And I'm actually not done playing on here either. However, my attention won't be on here quite as much as it should be, and definitely not enough to run some shops. So let's head to the shopping district and take care of a little bit of business. I've made a few diamonds from this shop. I think 16 diamonds is fair, but I'll take a best offer. I've made quite a few diamonds from the redstone shop, but it's pretty hard to stock. I'm thinking just 12 diamonds is probably pretty good. My ice and snow shop has cost me more diamonds than I've made. But I've already built it, so somebody can benefit from it. How about shop for sale? I'm thinking just maybe 4 diamonds. I'm not gonna take anything less than that. I would sell the wool shop. I've made pretty good diamonds from that, but I'm not the only owner of that shop, so it'll just have to revert back to Gibbon. This is definitely my most profitable shop. I've made a ton of diamonds off of this. Shop for sale. I'm gonna think, I don't know, quite a lot. Let's go 32 diamonds. We'll see what their best offer is. Now this is a weird shop because it's not really a shop, it's more of a service. And I don't feel like anybody can run this ethically with the allays. So let's just do this. Shop is closed. And if anybody else wants to open one, I'm sure they can. And last is the good old newspaper. I think we're just going to do this. New editor wanted. Perfect. All right. Well, that does it. I just have to say thank you to all the other players here on TWS and a huge thank you to Al, who manages our server. If you ever have an opportunity to play on a server that he manages, do it. You will be in good hands. But other than that, that is it. I thank you so much for joining me these last few months, and I really hope that you've enjoyed it, and I really hope that you found it adequate.